Alright. I think everything is good. This is areas and shit we go to, right? So you got these, you got those ascension points or whatever. Lines in the sand too. Duty undying too. Maybe they just take us straight to them. Let's see.
Clive! Quick look.
Under new management. Duty undying 2, lines in the sand. I guess while we're there. So perhaps I did not miss them if that's how it works. You gotta get them out in the wild or go directly, you know, summon them directly through the points.
Here, take a look at my wares. Go safely.
I don't care much for your wares, buddy.
Your Grace, my lord, I trust your journey was not overly onerous.
Cyril, you found a letter from Father?
Yes, I have it here.
Yes.
If you would do us the honor, my lord.
An inheritance.
It would seem the late Archduke penned this missive shortly before his passing.
The day before we left for Phoenix Gate. What are these plans he spoke of?
His plans for the duchy, your grace. Your father entrusted them to my predecessor, the former bearer of the Burning Quill, who entrusted them in turn to me. The complete emancipation of bearers is their stated aim. But your father's dream did not end there. His Grace also spoke of building hospices to care for those stricken by the curse, and the founding of a new university to further the development of non-magical technologies. With the blight spreading ever more widely across the twins, Archduke Elwyn saw this as the only means of securing Rosaria's survival.
He wished to see men and bearers treated as equals. To see centuries of common wisdom overturned. Small wonder he did not think it achievable within his lifetime.
But he thought it achievable nonetheless. Had he not, he would never have written this message. Nor would he have entrusted his vision to his most faithful aides. Those who would have stood with you, shielded you from the machinations of the less benevolent personages at court.
It's a pity only they are still with us.
'Tis true that those most loyal to your father were the first to suffer the Duchess's wrath. But one at least
The
remains,
Duchess is right.
and she has come bearing gifts.
What do you mean?
Mayhap it is better that she explain, my lord. After all, the duties entrusted to me by my predecessor extended only to recovering His Grace's will and arranging a meeting with the one who might execute it, or a part of it, at least.
And where is this woman?
She awaits you in the archive, Your Grace.
Thank you, Cyril. Shall we then?
Thank you. Shit.
Lord Marquis.
What is it?
One of our descendants.
Was he
No, an ancient by Gaymer.
Wait, did I
so
just
fully
talk to
ironed
him?
Though, yet, for as
Oh,
But Ash is a...
he had a mission.
you are. Go.
If this new faith really is an offshoot of the Circle of Malleus, then...
Let's concentrate on finding the third chair first, shall we?
Yeah, no shit.
My lord, your grace. I hardly recognize you.
I don't recognize you,
I am
lady.
Goditha, retainer of House Rosfield, loyal servant to the Phoenix and his shields. Your father, the Archduke Elwyn, entrusted me with the delivery of a gift. I only hope you can forgive my tardiness in bringing it to you.
Lift up your head, Lady Goditha. You have our gratitude for your service to our house and to our father.
I merely did my duty, as any proud Rosarian would.
My lady.
Perhaps you could explain a little more? What exactly is the gift you bring?
As I'm sure you know, it has long been the custom for the children of House Rosfield to be presented with certain keepsakes upon their coming of age.
Indeed it has. Our father often spoke of the day when our turn would come.
And had he lived to see it, he would have presented you with the treasures I bear. Matching armbands for you both. Alas, he did not live. Indeed, he was taken from us even before they could be completed. He had intended to claim the Heartstone with which each armband was to be finished himself, but it was not to be. And his gifts remain incomplete.
I see.
It saddens me to bring them before you, as they are. It was your father's wish that you be presented with the finished articles, not these works in progress, but with his grace long since gone.
New
And
armor?
the stone left unclaimed. I had little choice. You are grown men now, and his house is yours. And while I would not presume to insist upon your claiming the Heartstone in his stead, I know that nothing would have pleased him more than for you to do so.
Thank you, Lady Goditha.
What say you, Clive?
What else? Of course, my lady. May our father's will be done.
Oh, I am much obliged.
Do you know where we might find this Heartstone, my lady?
I do. Though it may be a matter of a good deal more than simply happening upon it. It is found in the bellies of elder griffins, you see. We do at least know where to find one. A certain specimen has made its nest in Titan's Wake, not far from here.
A certain specimen?
You are most perceptive, Your Grace. In answer to your unspoken question, yes. In fact, this is the very same beast your father meant to slay. I have been tracking its movements since you were but a boy. were you to slay it in his stead, as men of House Rosfield, it would surely make your father proud.
What say you, Joshua?
What else?
I guess we could do it. Alright, that's all those there, right? Okay. Pop here, travel over. T-Mobile Tuesday, 60% off a whole year Sam's Club membership. That's $20 for a year. Hmm. Bullshit. I did log in, this motherfucker.
I have arrived.
Hey, what's up, Darth? How's it going? How's it going? Thank you for the blurps. Thank you for the Adobe snacks. Sorry, I was checking something out. Get on us. That's so bullshit. Hey, hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for the blurps. Alright, we gotta get to this creature.
Run like the wind. Eyes peeled, Joshua.
Time is it? 3. Boy, yeah, get a couple of these side quests done and we will hop off here, sadly.
There it is. The house was sealed.
Work in the morning. Going back to work tomorrow. Attack that motherfucker. He's pretty strong. Real hefty HP too. My asshole. Oh, what a dick.
Is this the Heartstone?
I expect Lady Goditha will know.
It's fucked up. So we got that bitch dead. Come over here, take care of this one real quick. Hmm. That's crazy. Another weird ass creature? No. Just your normal storm panther, you know.
Here
No
we
big
are
deal.
again. Carava. If you were Tortoise Togo, where would you hide?
Right in front of me.
Looks like
That's
we
a big
found
ass
him.
border.
Too slow.
Got him.
If Mid needs another, she can come and get it herself.
Fucking right. There's another one there. Something else there. Shit, okay.
Here to help me pack? Thanks, but I'll be traveling light. I'm almost finished already, in fact.
You're really going to go through with this then?
I am. But before I go, there is one small issue I'd like your assistance with. Well, two, in fact.
If it's within my power to help you, I will.
It's the children. I refuse to let them share in my disgrace. And if I leave them here, they surely will. Our friendship would see them ostracized forever. But I can't take them with me either. I can think of only one place where they are certain to be safe, and provided for, and loved. The Hideaway.
Yeah, I'll do it, buddy.
Of course. The children will be more than welcome.
Thank you, Clive. I will not forget this.
Lubor, are you still here?
What is it, Ferda? You look pale.
There's been a flood in the Velcroy, a damn big one. The League of Outlaws encampment was completely submerged in ether.
What?
Every last one of the bastards has turned, and they're headed this way.
Bandits are one thing, but Akashic bandits are quite another. The town guard won't stand a chance against them. We need to evacuate. There's no time to lose. Ferda, gather the men. The Akashic may strike at any moment. We must make ready to cover the townspeople's escape. Well, what are you waiting for?
Yes, my lord.
Clive, change of plan. The children stay with me for now. I need you to find Conrad and Natalie. Tell them to prepare for a full and immediate evacuation.
Understood.
I'll do what I can to convince everyone else. Wish me luck. You have to listen to me. You need to evacuate. Know your place, bearer.
Okay, but let's go fuck them up.
I think
How the fuck do I get over
better
there?
shut up shop for today.
You lied about being one of us, and you're lying now.
Why do they always have to make such a fuss outside? It's driving away our customers.
What's the commotion?
Ah, it's you.
What do you want, Lord Underhill?
To pass on an important message. There's been an ether flood out in the Velcroy. The camp where the so-called League of Outlaws were gathering has been swallowed. They're no longer just bandits. They're Akashic now, and they could be here at any moment. You need to begin preparing for a full-scale evacuation right away.
Oh, do we? And who was it who gave you this disturbing news, might I ask?
Lubor, perhaps? The man spreading the same poison out in the square as we speak. You may believe his lies, my lord, but we know better.
But why would he lie about something like this?
Some twisted attempt at revenge, perhaps. If he had not been unmasked, he may well have been elected our leader. A great honor for one of his kind. One he might well feel aggrieved at having been denied.
Lord Underhill, forgive me, but it has become all too evident where your sympathies lie. Lubor cannot be trusted, and neither, therefore, can you.
You may not trust me, but for the sake of your people, ask yourselves if there is any chance that this is true.
There isn't. You can be certain of that. Now be off with you.
You're making a mistake.
Come, Clive. If our words will not move them, then we must find another way to help.
Yeah.
Through
Alright.
the town.
Always have to go and fight him.
Let's speak
Show
to
them
Lord
the
Further.
way. It is that way, right?
Listen
Right.
to me. They're coming.
What's Lubor raving about now?
Lord Further.
Further.
Sid, what's wrong?
I went to warn Conrad and Natalie about the Akashic, but they wouldn't listen. They've convinced themselves that nothing Lubor says can be trusted.
The bloody fools.
Which means the town guard can't be counted on for support. But I can. If there's anything I can do to help you defend Dalamil, you only have to ask.
I appreciate it.
Sid! Further! I've been looking for you everywhere.
Victor, I thought you'd left.
I couldn't abandon a friend in need. And Lubor is in need at this very moment. Come quickly.
You have to believe me. The Akashic are coming. They don't eat, they don't sleep, they don't tire, and they don't care who they kill. They're unlike anything that's come before. There will be no parley, no mercy granted. We may have saved the town once, but this is different. I do not ask that you forgive me, but please believe me. If you do not run, you will die. You will all fucking die!
Wow.
You'd like that, wouldn't you, bearer?
Yeah, with us out of the way, your kind will be free to claim Dalamil for yourselves.
You should run!
Run, bearer!
Yeah, run! Far, far away!
Just go. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes! Go!
Come on, then.
Lubor.
Wait. Someone's coming.
Stop! You're hurting him!
Aw.
What did Lubor ever do to you? He solves all your stupid problems, and he keeps all of you safe. You know there's nothing he wouldn't do for this town. Who was it who made that cleaver you use every day, Conrad?
And what about your counting table, Natalie? Who fixed that?
Whose men make sure the streets are clean so all your boots don't get dirty?
Who spends all day, every day making sure things run smoothly round here? And none of you ever say thank you. Ever.
But did Lubor ever complain? Well, does he ever stop smiling?
He keeps this whole place going. And you act like it doesn't even exist.
Little kids of wisdom. I love it.
Lubor, we've heard enough.
Wait!
We will not run. The town guard will not abandon the very place it is sworn to protect.
And I will not give up for lost the stores that we labored so hard to fill.
So tell us, how do you propose we deal with these Akashic of yours?
We won't run, but we will fight.
All right, then. Fine. Gather around if you don't want to die.
Allow me to explain the situation. The ether flood occurred near the village of Cheratina, deep in the Velcroy. The place had been abandoned for years, until the League of Outlaws decided to make it their base of operations. Now they're all turned, and if the scouts' reports are correct, heading in this direction.
They are mindless monsters, driven only by hate and rage. And they are utterly unpredictable. With the bandits, we at least knew how and where they were likely to attack. When these creatures come, Dalamil will have the bitterest fight it has ever faced on its hands. The town guard will muster at the north gate. The rest of us will take the south. Both forces will provide men to serve as scouts and messengers, ready to spread word of the size and nature of the Akashic force as soon as it is spotted. And as soon as it has been, we will converge on its position and see that it is driven back from Dalamil at all costs. Conrad, can I count on the support of the town guard?
Always.
Yeah, I don't got too much longer on here either. I gotta work in the morning, 9 a.m.
And the command of our
It's
men
already
in
3
yours
a.m.
further. If you would both be so kind.
Consider it done.
As you wish.
Natalie, I would ask that you and your people have the townsfolk barricade themselves inside the bathhouse. And tell the merchants not to waste time securing anything beside the essentials. Preserving life is our one and only concern. As long as we survive, it doesn't matter what trinkets we might lose. Our riches can be regained. And if anyone doubts that, let it be known that the
Off to
Briar's
work an
Kiss
hour?
stands ready
Nice.
to cover any losses.
Yeah,
Very well.
I'm gonna go back
I
today
shall tell
and
them.
Where do I fit into this plan?
see how it goes and
Where
all
else
that
but the
shit.
most
Start trying to
perilous place of all?
get
I would
myself
like
back
you
in
to
a normal
travel to the home
routine,
of our
and
erstwhile League of Outlaws, Cheratina itself.
and then start
Main host is
planning.
most likely still there.
Because I think
Dalamil will
moving
not be
forward,
safe until it is
like long story
eradicated,
short, I think my niece is gonna choose me
little
for
gardening.
her custodial
pleasant.
guardian. So
I doubt it. I have a feeling
I'll have to
these
get that all
weeds
figured
will be
out. And
particularly stubborn.
yeah.
Luckily, so am I. So you are. All right then, we all know what we have to do. Now it's simply a matter of doing it.
Daddy Ganja, yeah. No, she'll still call me uncle. I told her none of that would change. Like,
Looks like
no matter who
everyone's
she
ready.
picked in the family, we wouldn't make it like weird and awkward, you know. Sadly, that'll be the only way I have kids also. Yeah. Which, you know, I've always told, like, you know, any of my, like, you know, obviously both my brother and sister, you know, with their kids, like, if anything ever were to happen, like, I would definitely step up as, like, you know, godfather or guardian, or, you know, we all said that, made that pact, you know, growing up with each other, and so. Did I get that fucker? No. No fly. I'm gonna get some coffee real quick. Your godfather to your sister's kids? Yeah. I also am to my best friend's kids, which is actually funny. She's been around, and she came around today as I was having a moment. I went through my voicemails, and I seen I had one from my sister, and every year she calls us and sings happy birthday, like in a way that my uncle, who has passed away, always would sing and call us and shit like that. And yeah, so that was still on there, and so I was obviously, yeah, had a moment there. And then I was going through text messages, whatever. And then, yeah, my best friend for like 27 plus years, she, probably, yeah, easily 27 years. She, texted me randomly and was like, done with psych clinicals, got a blunt and a little bit of time. You want to smoke? And was like, yeah. But yeah, her kids. She's like my gangster best friend, so we always had it planned if anything happened to her, obviously. I was the more financial responsible one. Just low key, I had a shit ton of debt and I just knew how to really super maintain it with a crazy budget. But you know, lived a great lifestyle. Gonna be a hard few months, I'm sure. Yeah, so like I guess the tentative like plan of action is she's wanting to finish at least I think the rest of this school year out. We're not sure if like up through her senior year out because I believe she has 2 more years after this year. So I think she's in her sophomore year. And if that's the case, then the tentative plan is she's gonna continue to live as she was with my sister's boyfriend and her sister. Like, you know, my youngest niece being my oldest niece's sister, you know. Because she also partially doesn't want to be away from her sister, which obviously is also understandable. Both sides are understandable. The plus side of like, you know, at least, you know, doing that and like me having guardianship is I have like legal parental right at least of like my oldest niece, you know. So if shit came to downhill, worse came to worse, whatever, like I have final say, I'll say, you know, as my sister would have. Because he's not like the father of her. Where it's different, he's the father of the youngest niece. My sister had 2 kids, obviously 2 different fathers. My oldest niece's father he was in her life up until she was about 5, and like he's psychosomatic, schizophrenic. Long story short, tried to kill my sister and my niece, more or less, like, yeah. Many years ago. Yeah. So like she's been through some hella trauma, you know. And like obviously I didn't share like the details of like how it all went down or whatnot, but like my oldest niece was also the one performing CPR because my sister's boyfriend did not know how to. So just throwing that in your mind right there. Yeah. Yeah. Talk about fucked up. A fucking 15-year-old. But so like plus side is like my brother's wife, which is my sister-in-law. She she's the beneficiary of the life insurance. So like she'll pay back my parents the portion of like the funeral cost out of that, and then probably put like 5 to 6 grand aside for each girl in a bond until they're 18. They can't touch it, and then whatever's left, like spend throughout the year, like on them, or for things and what have you. They'll also get survivor benefits, which is Social Security check more or less from my sister, at least until they're 18. So they'll get it for, I think, both girls. So I don't know if it's like per child a maximum amount, or if it's a shared amount up to a maximum. You know what I mean? Because obviously that would be something that'd be distributed out, like would have to be set up, because let's just say it's like 1,000 max per child. So like that's 2 grand. Like, yeah, she'd be living with him and supporting, but like at the same sense, I don't know. We'll have to see how that rolls. Why I'm classed as a career for my mother, or a carer for my mother. Yeah, me too. I'm always been up to date with my first aid and CPR like certifications. AED. Actually just got recerted this year. But yeah, usual per child. Yeah, so I mean, obviously for the rest of this year, whatever that benefit is, once it kicks in, I would have it go towards, that full household. But like once she separates, and for the remainder year and a half of her being 18, or if she goes into college, it kicks in to 19 and a half, I think, 19 and 2 months. I was looking up, so then what I would do with that, let's just say if it's 1,000 per, I would take that 1,000 and obviously put it aside into, half of it at least into the fund each month to build her fund up more and more. And then when she's actually of age, we'll just say once the benefit cuts off 19, 2 months, then it's open to her. And that could be used for whatever, preferably towards like, a vehicle or, something of that nature. So that way she's already good, set up, what have you, whatnot. I think they still have my sister's car. So if that's also the case, then that passes on to my oldest niece also. Which, if that's the case, then we'll make sure that's up and running and fixed, and Yeah, that'll be her starter car. So then actually, you know, if it all works out well and lasts long, then when she's of age and has that money, then that can also be used for whatever beyond that. Or towards something better eventually. But she'd at least have, like, you know, her mom's car and shit like that. And yeah. So yeah, that's the only like thing that would come down to like discussion wise, like later down in line, you know, in like the next like 6 8 months. Cause like what, they have school until like May, June, I think. So we're in October. We got November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June. So technically that's 8 months. So like if it starts kicking in immediately, like that's 16 grand for the year. Like, you know, that's not enough to live off of, obviously, for running your own household, but that's 2 grand a month. That would definitely, he should have no problem like maintaining that household through that whole time period. I don't know either. like, like I still think I mean, I wouldn't say it's still a shock. Like, I think it's just like me knowing, like, at the same sense, like, because like I know my mom too. My mom hasn't had like her massive like breakdown, and I know that's coming. Obviously, I know the day of the celebration it will happen, but like, yeah, that's why I'm just trying to like, yeah, keep like my strength. I have my moments. Don't get me wrong, like little things or whatnot, or a thought pops up, or you know, a memory, or yeah. Like today, like I've been feeling like a little bit more like anxious and like kind of like anxiety. So like that's the reason I kind of hopped on stream. Also, I was just like, yeah, we're gonna hop on stream here and smoke out with y'all and play some. We end up getting to the final side quest mission unlocks, so we just started going through like all the side quests and shit like that. But yeah, that's
the flood. But what's waiting for us inside?
That's kind of like a lot of it summed up for you, fact-wise.
Have care.
Yeah. I'm a rock beyond rocks, I guess. Yeah, right at the end. Yeah, pretty much. I could just pretty much go straight to the end game mission, but like this is the last set of, it's like 9 or 10 subquests. Yeah. Hubby was saying like the 24th at midnight. I was like, try like 3 a.m. or 3 p.m. more likely. I was like, that's usually how it ends up going. I was like, don't ever count on that midnight drop. She's like, no one's gonna be sleeping Friday. 6 p.m. the 25th. So I'd put like noon, 1 o'clock our time. It's 3:35 here right now. So is it 9:35 your time in the morning? Yeah. Oh, 8:35. So 5 hours, okay. That's right, for that short period, you're 6 hours ahead. Or I think we switch, because we're getting ready to fall backwards. So yeah, we go to 6 hours here. Yeah. Yeah, 12 p.m., so that'd be noon. Yeah.
We can't leave a single one alive.
So I'm still saying probably like closer to 3 p.m. Just noticing, there will be delays, overload. I'm confident, the usual with activation. Scrub the same time zone, you never know. Yeah. Yeah, the midnight one I knew that was no longer ever an honest thing. The 3 a.m. one made a little bit more sense because by the time like major issues or whatever could occur or whatnot, it's about 6, 7 a.m. People are in the office or getting in, you know, more readily available compared to, yeah, middle of the fucking night. But yeah, midday also gives them a lot to other space. A lot more people on deck. Track rotation and play. Yeah, the New Zealand trick was what we used to do. Yeah, it's always New Zealand.
The League is disbanded. I should get back to Dalimil and see how the others fared.
All the Akashic we were able to find have been dealt with. Seems that might be the last of them.
Last of them here, perhaps.
Lubo, Sir Clive has returned.
Clive has returned.
Clive! What news from Charatina?
Yeah, I
It's
took
done.
care of that shit. Like 3 mini missions,
Root
okay?
and branch.
Like
I
7
knew
more to
you
go.
wouldn't let me down.
Thank you, my lord.
Friends, the Horde has been driven back. The Akashic have been defeated. And we need not fear the arrival of any more, thanks to Clive. Victory is ours.
We bloody did it.
Saved Dalimil.
I did it, but okay.
Lubor, allow me to apologize. After all you have done for this town, we should never have doubted you.
But we did. And for that we are truly sorry. We only hope that you can forgive us.
Yeah, another like hard hit moment
We
for
need
like
you, Lubor.
obviously my
Dalimil
sisters,
needs you.
because like her birthday and my brother's birthday are
Would
literally
still
a
like
day
to be
apart,
considered for the position
but
of mayor, you have our backing.
they are.
You do remember
He's
that I'm a
84. They are
bearer,
4
don't you?
years apart.
We do. But that is not a stain on your character.
So like her birthday
It
is
is a stain on ours. We thought only of what
July
we perceive
10th,
bearers to be, not
84 or 88, and his is July 9th, 84.
twice over.
So we've always like
I
celebrated
see.
them like together, you know.
But I will only accept your proposal on 2 conditions.
Name them.
Yeah.
Firstly, that you will both do everything in your power to rally your people to my cause. If the Town Guard and the Merchants League do not accept my leadership, it will be doomed from the start.
She was the same age as your sister. Oh really? Damn.
Unity is the key to defending Dalimil.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I do
she's
not
a
doubt that we shall need to call on our
year
combined
and like
strength again.
2 months younger
When that
than
time
me.
comes, I will expect us all to pull together, just as we did today.
Of course. You have our word.
And secondly, you will accept that if I am to lead you, the mistreatment of bearers must end here in Dalimil.
100%
Any bearer
agree.
within our walls shall be afforded the same rights as any other citizen. They will not be judged by what they are, but who they are.
As we failed to do, and came so close to losing everything.
We agree to your conditions. And we have only one in return. That you continue to work for the good of Dalimil, as you always have.
Condition accepted. Well then, it seems my mayorship is all but confirmed. Do I get some sort of special hat? How fickle fate can be. Not so long ago, I had resigned myself to leaving Dalimil in disgrace. And now, I find myself her leader. Here. For everything.
Yeah, what's honestly
Lure.
helped is I've just been staying high as fuck, I'm not gonna lie.
Fear not, you are of course
You
relieved
notice
of
like
your
on stream I smoke
responsibility.
like 3 or 4
I would
joints now.
sooner face another horde of Akashic than see them brought up as outlaws. I'll make sure they're safe here.
I don't doubt that you will. And not just the children, but everyone in Dalimil.
I'll do my best. Can't have all your hard work going to waste.
With alcohol, that can be the floodgates. Oh yeah. Like no, like, and that's the thing. Even like with alcohol, like, I've had my ties with alcohol. You know what I mean? Kind of already grown out of that stage, and that's never like the go-to for like sad times for us. Majority of us in my family, for that matter. On like get-togethers or celebrations or whatnot, we all drink or have our shots or whatever towards, you know, them and what have you. Have a good party day, but like, yeah, that's about the extent. We've all really just been stoners, like, even in my drinking days. Yeah, don't get me wrong, I mean, I've gotten pretty fucked up on nights out and shit like that, but yeah, alcohol was never like my major thing. But yeah, we all had some hella party moments, you know what I mean? Our families and us friends, and
He'll make a wonderful mayor. You mark my words.
that's the thing too, you know, obviously, like, it's like when we party, like, we'll definitely party hard, extra, because that's exactly how the fuck she would have wanted it, you know? Party as hard as we can handle anyways. Which, me and her ass and my sister-in-law, you know. We'd always party to the end of the motherfucking night and some.
Thank the Founder you were safe. The Griffin
Of course
is
I'm
slain
safe, lady.
And the Heartstone claimed.
Yes, this radiant luster like frozen flame. It's
Yeah,
just as your
tomorrow
father
morning,
described it.
and then
Thank you, my lord. Your
I made the
grace.
schedule for next week, but I didn't even like plot like days
Lady
off.
Godditha, the lapidary is ready.
Thank you,
I do
sir.
obviously.
I
I'm
will be with you
taking,
shortly. If you would excuse me, I shall have the stone
because the
cut
celebration
and
of
sent
life is going to
forthwith.
be on the 3rd. So my intention is either A, these 2 days that I took off extra this week, they can either take out a PTO, or we can split my grievance days. Do 2 this week, and
They are yours.
I
After
think
all,
that falls into the next
Heartstone
week,
is
so
harder
it's
and more enduring
3.
than garnet, or even
I could be
ruby.
wrong.
It symbolizes unwavering will and devotion. And the graven vines encircling the stone
If not, then
represent the
use
unbreakable
PTO
bonds
these 2
between
days,
you.
and then
It's a message. Father knew we had
when
enemies
that
both
following
inside
weekend
and outside the
comes,
duchy.
I'll take
Enemies
the
who would
2nd,
thwart his vision.
the 3rd, and the 4th off a minimum for
devotion
the
would
day
it ever be
before, day
realized.
of, and day after.
Only if we stood together, as Phoenix and Shield, as brothers in arms. Only then might those
Yeah.
enemies be
It's not my intention, so I was talking about it tonight.
His Grace knew the enormity
Kind of
of
talking
the
out loud
task he
about
would
that.
entrust to you, his heirs. But this was more than
The
just a
minimum I'll
message.
do is
It
a
was a
12-hour
promise
that morning.
that he would always be with you.
otherwise,
Lady Goditha, for remaining the steadfast
plan would
custodian of our
be
father's will.
I will be the starter from the night before. If I still want to try to uphold a 24-hour, I would do it on the first.
Even if the armbands were incomplete, she would surely not have overlooked them. So, how were you able to keep them from her?
Because I was the keeper of the vault.
And then stream all the way to the second at a certain time, and like that would like where you guys would kick off or whatever, you know.
And his hopes for your future.
Those are just my two plans of action with it all, you know.
Jewelry be sent away from the castle. It was then that I knew she meant to betray us. I tried to warn your father, but it was too late. When word of the fire reached Lozalith, I knew my time was short. So I took up the armbands and I fled into the night.
And thank the Founder you did.
Yet my duty to your father was incomplete. Not knowing what else to do, I followed the Griffin, thinking I might claim the Heartstone on its passing. And so my pursuit continued, until Lord Cyril appeared before me. He informed me that His Grace's will had been recovered.
But yeah, that's what was my original plan was like, yeah. It's like if I started like 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. or something, you know. That'd be more than plenty, because the celebration of life is 2 p.m. that Sunday. You know what I mean?
Your Grace, for coming back to us, for giving my service meaning.
Sorry, I talked all over her, guys, on that. My bad.
The bands suit you well. It must be gratifying to finally receive the inheritance that was denied you for so long.
It is. And we thank you for the part you played, Cyril.
If you would permit me to play my part a little longer, might I suggest that you make your way to your father's memorial atop Hawk's Cry Cliff. Let him see that you have received his blessing, and that his vision lives on in you.
I suppose it would be churlish not to. What do you say, Clive? Shall we pay Father a visit?
I think we should. I was hoping to be able to offer him my thanks before we left for Origin.
Your father's helm is enshrined there. It has been since the day we recovered it from Phoenix Gate. I prithee claim it, for it too is a part of your inheritance, and I do not doubt that your father would prefer it in your hands than perched upon some lonely rock.
Thank you, Cyril. Come on, Clive. He's waiting.
Yeah, actually, talking about all that shit. I need to see random thought how my niece's cell phone, like how long it's paid up till. Cause I was just thinking of just throwing her on my plan. That's another thing I was looking up here. That way it just solves that problem. She's always got her phone gonna work and shit. And they have iPhone. Yeah, she's a fucking team iPhone. Bullshit. Cause all of her fucking friends. I was like, this is some bullshit.
Do you see that too?
Everybody's got an iPhone. La la la.
Is it?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I get unlimited everything.
I'm scared.
Have for years. Yeah, to add her on my plan, it'd be like $27. With like insurance, that's another like $18. So we're looking at like 37 plus the 3, $45 for another line. She trades her device in, more or less. A new iPhone 16 is pretty much free, you know, with adding her to my line, so she would get like a phone upgrade. And oh, you have a Huey? Huey? How the fuck it's pronounced. I remember when those devices first started coming to the market line in US. I already knew. I did work for T-Mobile for a couple years. I was a moto blur specialist when Android was first becoming its hype big thing with Motorola, and that all started, and yeah. I was a trained specialist in Android, specifically Motorola blur. Got the newest device and shit at the time. Oh yeah, it was cool. I had $30 plan, unlimited everything for an employee. Yeah, for a cheaper phone, they're not bad.
It can't be Rutherford, can it?
Oops.
Turncoats and cowards, the lot of you! If it's a fight you want, it's a fight you shall have!
Allow me.
I don't need your...
Please, Field Marshal, oblige him.
This won't take long.
You're right. It won't. Men, finish him.
He just fucking healed him. Shit. That was a little easy.
A little longer than I'd have liked.
Gonna be a big boy watch.
Field Marshal Havel, I presume. Are either of you injured?
No, my lord. You arrived just as our escort turned on us.
Fucking traitors. I'd heard reports of soldiers in the outlying regions abandoning the oaths they swore. But I hadn't thought the corruption had reached so close to the heart of the Republic. It's a fucking disgrace. Your interfering old bastard of an uncle tried to warn me, of course. My lord Marquis. Or is Sid the Outlaw more to your liking?
Call me what you want. It doesn't change who I am. Or the urgency of the message I bring. My uncle has a plan to right the realm, and he needs your help to see it through.
Before I agree to anything, I'd have you answer one question. What do you stand to gain from all this?
Yep, after this one I'm gonna turn what missions I haven't turned in yet, and then
But
I seek a new beginning
I think
for
we'll
all of
have
us. And while the choices I've made
6
may
left,
not always
5
have been
left.
the right ones, I know I made them for the right reasons. For so long, so many of us have been told how we could live, how we could die, when it should have been our decision all along. Now we have a chance to put things right. But in order to take it, we must stand together. Even if it be beside those with whom we don't see eye to eye.
Yeah. Yeah, buddy.
Certainly not the words I expected from an outlaw. But perhaps your uncle was right. You are no ordinary outlaw. I'll never hear the end of this. All right. I'll start by ordering my most trusted guard to bring the Dhalmekian fringes under control. Next, I'll make contact with my counterparts in the Imperial Army and see if I can't convince them to try and restore order in their own territory.
Thank you, Field Marshal.
But they are not the only ones we will need to convince.
What do you mean?
I don't doubt that I can bully some sense into a few generals, but those they answer to require a different kind of persuasion. And when it comes to honeyed words, well, we will need an envoy. One who can court even the most stubborn of statesmen. You, perhaps.
I'm flattered. But I'm no diplomat either. And I have other problems to attend to. What we need is a skilled arbitrator. And I may know just the person.
Is that so? And would he happen to be an outlaw too?
Of a different kind, perhaps.
Off-road, have a
Beggars
good rest
can't
of the
be
day.
choosers.
Hey, Bones,
I
all the
suppose
love.
we'll all have
Hope
to
the game
find a
goes
little
by
of the outlaw
smooth,
in
quick, and
ourselves if we're to
easy.
make it through this.
I appreciate you.
Very well. Send your man to me right away.
I shall.
My Lord Marquis. Your Lord Uncle bade me escort the Field Marshal to his manor in Port Isolde.
And I will see that my associate joins you there.
Very good, my lord.
An envoy. I'm not sure I'm the man to talk anyone round. I can barely convince my brother to take his medicine. No. This is a job for someone with experience. Someone like Quentin. I hope I can convince him at least.
Little fucking fly, I see you. Hmm. Hmm. Felt like that on there. So do those get auto turned in, or? One, two, three. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. Yep, so we have 3 left. Doom, doom, doom. There's that one. 11 trophies missing, so that's side quest and shit I'm missing, I guess. Unless a lot of these side quests are it. And even if so, that'd be 6 maximum. Oh. What's that gift? Okay. Oh. We just found out about a marker. Wow. Yep. Bop off here, guys. Say one more time. Let's flip. Hey, I do want to thank you all so much for taking a little bit of time out of your day to come and select some of my streams. know time is very important and extremely precious, so thank you so much for spending some of that with us today. Thank you all for the lurky lurks. Thank you for everyone that followed. Thank you for the elixirs, the mana, the biddies, the beats, the blurps, the donos, the subs, the resubs, the gifted subs, the hosts, and the raids. It is so goddamn greatly appreciated. And I honestly cannot thank you enough. We're gonna pop off here. I'm gonna crash out for a few hours and then attempt to go to work today. So, yeah. Hope y'all have an amazing day. And we should be back on later on tonight.